talk of the town. I know you're feeling it now. Come on and move to the sound.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of Talk of the Town, the Mount Airy Business and Leadership Interview Series. I'm Donnamarie Needle, local realtor with Northrop Realty and sponsor of Talk of the Town, where our goal is to spotlight our businesses and our local leaders and to encourage our residents to shop local, buy local, and eat and also drink local. I am here today with Ray Tignall and Billy Deavers, the owners of Liquidity Aleworks, a new brewery that will be opening very soon in historic downtown Mount Airy at 8 North Main Street, best known as the Old Bank Building. All of the hoopla and anticipation of this brewery has been completely through the roof. I can say without a doubt that our leaders and our residents, and especially our downtown businesses, are thrilled to finally be getting rid of the eyesore that is the property at the corner and the bank building, and excited that a brewery will be opening right in our downtown. Breweries have become very popular in the past decade, and we know this will bring a lot of foot traffic, not only from our own residents, but probably from many towns surrounding the Mount Airy area. Ray and Billy, I know you guys must be crazy busy right now, so I want to thank you so much for taking the time to share your story with our audience today and to be featured here on Talk of the Town.
Thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. So let's get right into it. So please share with our listeners a little background on how this all got started and what attracted you guys both to a brewing business.
Sure. I'll give the Cliff Notes version because it's kind of a long story, spanning multiple years. So a couple years back, I worked for a mid-sized engineering firm, and that firm sold to a large multinational corporation. I had a stake in that as an owner, and when that happened, I decided that I didn't want to live in the corporate world. So I started looking for some opportunities, something to switch careers a little bit and do something new. I'd had my eye on that bank building for many years, just thought it was a really cool building, really wanted something to happen in there. So it actually started with me and another coworker. We formed an LLC for the brewery. We were both interested in beer and brewing. We thought it'd be something fun to do, something we like to do. So we formed an LLC and started looking into the bank. Long story short, my partner, who I began with, couldn't commit the time he thought he needed to the adventure. So he had a young child. He actually lives in Mount Airy. And so he pulled out, and that was fine. I understood where he was coming from. He wanted to be with his kids and his family. And so that was perfectly fine, understood that. We had always talked about bringing Billy in as a head brewer. Billy's been home brewing forever, and he could tell you his side of the story, but he's been doing it for a long time as a home brewer. And we were going to bring him in as the brewmaster. And once my partner dropped out, I started talking to Billy about becoming my partner, and we were going to do this as a couple. So that was back in the beginning of this year. Billy came on board, and we really started ramping up our talks with our landlord, trying to get the lease agreement done for the building. That happened earlier this year, and ever since then, we've been full steam ahead on renovations and trying to get our equipment and all kinds of fun stuff, licensing. It's been an adventure, certainly more work than I had initially thought it was going to be. There's a lot of paperwork to do, but here we are coming close to the end. So I feel like it's all been worth it. The town's been great. Our landlord's been great. The brewing community has been amazingly supportive. So we're just thankful for everybody who's been involved in this, because after a couple of years, it's nice to finally see the bit of the finish line coming up.
That's terrific. That's such a great story. Yeah, and it's nice to hear that the town has been great. I know, the residents are just chomping at the bit, but the town, has been great. And yeah, all the paperwork, because you're in the town and you're in Carroll. Is it Carroll County? It's Carroll County, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Carroll
Yep,
County.
we're on
And
Carroll
Carroll
County
County,
side.
yeah. I mean, you're probably just right there on the edge between Carroll and Frederick. But yeah,
Yeah, we can walk to Frederick. It's just down the hill,
right, exactly.
right down Prospect.
Yep. So tell us more about the name that you came up with, Liquidity Aleworks. And I noticed on your website that you'll have a newsletter called The Bank Statement, which I think is pretty cool.
Billy, why don't you take that one?
Sure. We started off with a Mosaic Brew Company. Quickly found out that we might run into some legal issues with that name, so we decided to do something that more suited the bank. We spent weeks going back and forth with many different names, and finally settled on Liquidity. We liked that it had a tie into the bank, and also kind of sounds like it should be a brewing term. It's not really, but it should be. So we've really loved that. And the bank statement is that was Ray's idea. He really liked another kind of like a banking pun that would be really fun to use. We haven't really got that started yet, but it's coming here very soon.
I love the parallels to the bank. It's awesome. So just a question that I just kind of thought of off of that. So did you all get rid of the vault in the bank, or is that still there? Is that going to
Nope.
remain?
It's still
That's
there.
definitely still there.
Okay.
Been diligently working on restoring it because it was
Okay.
in pretty bad shape, pretty rusty. But we are keeping it. It's going to be the centerpiece of the tap room. We think it's really cool looking, and there's actually a second vault downstairs that you can't see. So 2 vaults downstairs will just be used as dry storage. It's not nearly as pretty as the upstairs one. But yeah, and we're going to put some merchandise in the vault so people can walk in and take a look around. And yeah, we just thought it'd be a really nice centerpiece for that tap room.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been in that basement. So a long time ago. So it's yeah, it needed some love a lot.
Yes, it does.
So after 2 decades of that corner and the old bank building sitting empty, I'm sure that the entire town of Mount Airy is anxiously awaiting the opening of this brewery. How has the transformation been going, and how much pressure are you both feeling with all eyes upon you?
I don't really feel like it's been too much pressure from outside. I think most of the pressure we're feeling is internal. We really want to get going. We've talked about this for a long time, and we really want to see it get up and operational. So a lot of the pressure is coming from us. People ask us all the time when we're opening, and we'd love to give them better answers than what we have so far. It's been kind of tough to nail things down just with the current market. Everything's really expensive and really hard to get. So we've just been working through those issues, trying to get that squared away, get all our inspections and things like that. So, it's really gone pretty well. Compared to some other breweries around, I think we're doing this pretty quick, but in our own minds, it's gone too slow. So we're really ready to finish up.
Got it. Yeah, it is a slow process to begin with, but then add COVID and your supplies probably being extra long to get what you need to get. It's probably just adding on to the time period. And being in the middle of summer, I'm sure you want to be open now. It's the middle of summer.
For sure. I don't think we really got affected that much by COVID outside of the supply chain issues. That's been the real thing we've had to work through. Just some of the stuff, the lead times have been so long, and we tried ordering it all really early, like way earlier than we thought we needed to, and it ended up being not early enough in some cases. So just getting anything right now, it's difficult, especially in the construction world, brewing world, stainless steel. A lot of it's coming out of China and things like that. So getting the manufacturers to do anything on a timely basis and then getting stuff shipped to the United States and things like that, it's been a challenge. We paid customs, so I've never done that before, but it's always something new.
Well, you live and you learn, right?
Absolutely.
So, and of course, you already alluded to this, but I'm going to have to ask it anyway. Finally, what everyone is waiting for to hear, when can we expect opening day, and what are the activities or events that you have planned around that?
So we are pushing real hard to open by the end of this month, although there are some things out there that might delay that. Really hoping we don't push too far into September. Like you said, we really wanted to be open for the summer months. Summer's kind of slipping away here on us. But we definitely want to be open fall. So we're doing everything we can to get open as soon as possible. As soon as some of those lead time issues settle down, some of those inspections, we feel like we're right on the cusp of getting done. We will start planning opening things. We know we want to have a couple soft openings, friends and family, maybe something for the town. We just haven't really fleshed a lot of that stuff out yet, just because we've been working so hard to get to this final stage where we can actually think about an opening date.
Gotcha. Well, just being able to say maybe by the end of August or September is a big, at least, time frame, we should say, right?
Yep, for sure.
Awesome. So great. Well, Ray and Billy, I love your story, and I know the town of Mount Airy loves your story, and we are thrilled to welcome you with open arms to our business community. Thank you so much for being featured on Talk of the Town and sharing this great adventure with our audience.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
It's been great.
Hey, Mount Airy, some really exciting news we are bringing you today. So thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm Donnamarie Needle, Realtor with Northrop Realty. You can reach me directly at 301-466-3086 or donnamarie@northroprealty.com. And of course, if you're looking to buy or sell, please reach out to me for all of your real estate needs. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
I'm the talk of the town. I know you're feeling it now.